Hey everyone, in this video, let's take a look at Magnific AI and compare it with Krea to see what comes out on top. Here we are at Magnific AI, and we could just take a look here at the homepage just to get an idea of what it is that you can do with Magnific. Generally speaking, my understanding is that it's an upscaler. Now, it does say that it does image generation as well. I'm not sure that I can confirm that exactly, but as far as I know, its primary function is upscaling. So if we just take a look here, you could see some of the examples that they have here for their upscaling, and the results are really quite nice. If you're looking for a top-notch upscaler, then you might want to consider Magnific. And just by looking through some of the images here, you can really see some of the quality basically that Magnific is capable of, and it really is capable of some astonishing upscaling, and it's definitely got something there to take a look at. Now, that being said, if you go here to where it says upscale, transform, or generate an image, and we click on that, then I'm not going to click on it because it's going to take us back into like this. I had this issue before where it just kind of kept cycling and wouldn't let me back to the home page here. And I just want to stay on the home page so that you could see for yourself exactly what Magnific is all about. But the problem is, as I find it, is that if you try to gain access to Magnific to see if you could take advantage of it and play around with it a little bit to see how it functions, the only way you can use it is if you pay the subscription, and the subscription is $55 a month Canadian. Depending on your location, this might vary slightly, but it really is quite a bit of money to gain access to. And as far as like how much you're going to use it within a month, depending on what it is that you are using it for, maybe that is perfectly fine. Certainly the results speak for themselves. That seems to be, to me, quite a barrier to entry. But if you have used Magnific and you like it, please let us know in the comments. Let's take a look here at Krea and compare the two. So with Krea, you have what's a little bit more of a traditional platform here in terms of like image generation, and you have your upscaling as well. You've got video generation. You got a variety of things. Krea is more like a full suite. It's similar to what you might find with Runway or with Kling or with a variety of other platforms that really give you all the tools that you might be looking for as far as AI generation goes. Krea is one of those, and it does some really nice, has some really nice generations there. Let's take a look at their enhancer, because this essentially is the same thing as what we're going to find in Magnific. Now, let me just take a look here at our... Okay, so that's just turning it into dark mode. So let's go ahead and try dragging and dropping something here and see what the result is. Okay, so I brought in our image that we can test out, and right now it seems to be thinking. What I could see over here on the right hand side is that it does appear that we at least have access to upscaling up to 2K. Now, the 4K and the 8K, that appears to be behind the subscription wall for Krea Pro. So if you want to gain access to the 4K, 8K, then you're going to have to upgrade. And I would say that there's some really amazing results that you can get when you're looking at 4K and 8K. So if Krea is something that you might be interested in, let's just compare the prices here. So yeah, you could see that we have our basic at $10 a month, we have our pro at $35 a month, and we have our max at $60 a month. So that just gives you an idea of how, comparing that to Magnific, which is $55 for their basic upscaling subscription. Now, the results, as I said, they might speak for themselves. I mean, it could be that the results are really top notch and worth it. The problem is that you can't test it out to know for sure. So you can go to their X and you can contact the developers there. And they have a lot of really neat examples that you could take a look at. I mean, this is really cool here, what's going on with that. But unfortunately, when it comes to testing out their service, it's hard to say. So all I can do is really compare things based on what I'm seeing from some of the images. Now, if I was to use an upscaler with the model that I have running on my PC, I could get some really nice results. Now, when it comes to upscaling, the power of your PC really comes into play. So I can only do so much with the upscaling before my computer just kind of says, no, I'm not doing that. But I could still get some really nice results. Usually around 2K is where I could get results from my PC. So, if you really are looking for something in the 4K, 8K range, then take a look at Magnific. It might be what it is that you're looking for. But if you're to compare that with Krea, then you're looking here at, so for the basic, we're looking at 180 enhanced images. And I am assuming that that is referring to their upscaling. But you're getting 180 enhanced images for $10 a month, compared to $55 a month. Now, this right here gives you an idea of what Krea is capable of. And really, I mean, the results speak for themselves. This looks really, really cool. I am really quite astonished with how nice the results are there. Really, really nice upscaling. So, it when it comes to comparing the two, I think on some level, like for me, it comes down to cost and also accessibility. And because Magnific costs so much, and because you don't have the option to play around with it, at the very least here with Krea, you can see for yourself what the results are going to be like. I mean, if you just compare them there, I mean, it's really quite phenomenal. Let's go ahead and just try enhancing this and let's see what kind of results we get. I'm trying to look to see if we have credits, but it doesn't seem to say specifically that we have access to credits, but that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and just test this out. I mean, it seems to be working. It seems as though we can actually generate something here with Krea. So I can only assume that we actually have some credits that they're allowing us to use. I guess let's take a closer look here at, okay. Yeah, let's take a closer look at, okay, so here we go. So we have our usage and it's at 11%. And that's just for one image that we have generated. I'm going to go ahead and try downloading that. Yep, no problem. So we're able to download that. And, that to me is all I really need to know. Like if I was going to compare this with Magnific and say which one is the one that I'm going to use, well, I'm going to use the one that I can test out. I could see the results for myself, and also that is at a price point that I think is reasonable. So comparing Krea and Magnific, I would say that Krea comes out on top, and that's all there is to it. If you found this video helpful, please leave a comment and like and subscribe for more helpful tips.